Throughout history, there have been speeches so transformative that their impact endures even without written records. These moments, carried forward by those who heard them, reveal the power of spoken words to ignite change and influence the course of events. While some of these speeches are overshadowed by others that were preserved, their messages echo through time, shaping political movements, resistance efforts, and debates about national identity. They remind us of a time when the power of rhetoric and the ability to inspire through speech could alter destinies, even in the absence of documentation. In May 1856, at the Bloomington Convention in Illinois, Abraham Lincoln delivered what has come to be known as Lincoln's Lost Speech. This moment marked a critical juncture in his political career and the broader anti-slavery movement. According to those present, the speech was so electrifying that reporters, captivated by Lincoln's eloquence and conviction, ceased taking notes entirely, leaving no official transcript of the event. Accounts suggest that the speech passionately condemned the expansion of slavery, rallying support for abolitionist causes. Eyewitnesses described Lincoln's words as transformative, with his message resonating deeply among those in attendance. This address played a pivotal role in solidifying Lincoln's reputation as a powerful orator and a rising figure in national politics. The impact of the speech was immediate, galvanizing a movement that would set the stage for the seismic political shifts to come. Though the precise content of the speech remains unknown, its legacy as a turning point in Lincoln's career and its influence on the fight against slavery remain undeniable. On June 18, 1940, amid the chaos of World War II, Charles de Gaulle broadcast an impassioned plea from London, urging the French people to stand firm against Nazi occupation. At the time, France had just fallen to Germany, and its government was preparing to sign an armistice. De Gaulle, a relatively unknown brigadier general, defied this decision, and called upon his compatriots to continue the fight, declaring that the war was not over. The broadcast was made over the BBC, and although it initially reached only a small audience, its message was both defiant and hopeful. De Gaulle's words emphasized resilience and resistance, portraying the armistice as a betrayal of France's honor and future. He promised that the spirit of freedom would endure, and that France would rise again through the collective strength of its people and allies. This address marked the beginning of de Gaulle's leadership of the Free French Forces, a movement that would play a critical role in the eventual liberation of France. What makes this speech remarkable is not just its content but the circumstances under which it was delivered. Although many in France were unable to hear the original broadcast due to wartime communication challenges, his words were relayed by those who had, creating a ripple effect that helped inspire the French resistance. The appeal of the 18th of June remains a cornerstone of French historical identity, symbolizing the courage and perseverance of those who refused to accept defeat. In 1900, William Jennings Bryan took a bold stand against the rising tide of American imperialism, delivering a speech that critiqued the nation's expansionist policies during the Philippine-American War. As a prominent political figure and three-time Democratic presidential candidate, Bryan argued that imperialism threatened the core values of democracy by subordinating the rights of others to the pursuit of economic and military dominance. His speech condemned the annexation of territories, warning that such actions would entangle the United States in endless conflicts abroad and erode its moral authority at home. Bryan's address highlighted the consequences of empire building, including the financial burden of maintaining overseas territories, the inevitable militarization of foreign policy, and the moral hypocrisy of imposing American rule on nations fighting for their own independence. The speech's timing reflected the national debate over America's role in the world at the dawn of the 20th century. Despite its critical insights, this speech failed to resonate as widely as Bryan's earlier addresses, though his warnings about imperialism proved strikingly prescient. The significance of lost speeches lies in their ability to capture pivotal moments in history and inspire action, even without existing as written records. These speeches represent the raw power of rhetoric to unite people around shared ideals, challenge prevailing norms, and spark change during times of uncertainty. What makes these speeches particularly compelling is how they relied on oral transmission to survive, ensuring the messages endured even as the exact wording faded. Moreover, these speeches reveal how crucial moments of resistance and debate often hinge on the courage of individuals willing to speak out against prevailing currents. The impact of these lost speeches extends far beyond their original audiences, serving as catalysts for profound political, social, or cultural shifts. While the records of these addresses may be incomplete, their influence persists, shaping how we understand moments of transformation throughout history. The lost speeches highlighted in history demonstrate that even ephemeral moments of eloquence can leave a lasting imprint on the world. They underscore the remarkable ability of spoken words to challenge the status quo, inspire change, and unite people in the face of adversity. Reflecting on these speeches, we are reminded that impactful communication transcends the boundaries of time and medium. Ultimately, these lost speeches encourage us to recognize the enduring relevance of speaking out for what is just, even in the face of uncertainty. They challenge us to consider the legacy of our own words and actions, knowing that ideas expressed with passion and purpose can resonate far beyond their original moment, shaping the world in ways we may never fully grasp.